Hey, what's going on, everyone? Steve here at the DJLab. Give me a moment to get situated here. Look at this. I got this like black sheet kind of thing around the whole system, so you don't see the sampler beside it and all the wires and bullshit. What's going on, Jamie? Fuck, my chair is so goddamn creaky, I swear to God. All right, friends, here we are. Got 13 of us, 2 likes. Here we are. Should you buy an XDJ-AZ? Sure, why not? So that's it. What more do you want to know? Deepy. So, you got to explain something here. So you ordered your shit. Where'd you order from? You ordered it from Japan, but through who? And you got to tell us everything, man. Like, how much cheaper did you get it? What? Because obviously you had to pay for shipping. So explain the numbers of how the hell and how much cheaper you got. Because the one thing that you might not realize, cross your goddamn fingers. And I would say this about Pioneer DJ gear and AlphaTheta stuff. From my experience so far, I've never had to do a warranty issue unless it was screwed out of the box. Like I always say that if you're going to get a bad unit, it's going to be fucked from day one. It's never going to be, day 30. It's not going to be halfway through. You're going to know instantly if it's fucked or not. Because it's either dead out of the box or it's good. So purchasing your shit from Japan means you've got no warranty at all. The only warranty you got is you'd have to literally ship that shit back to Japan. But I am curious to know exactly how much money did you save? And what website? Okay, so Deepy, you have an address in Japan. A forwarder warehouse. So you gotta, if you're going to divulge this kind of information, you got to go into details, man. You got to tell us exactly, like, is there a service that you used in Japan? You got a buddy in Japan? How exactly do you pull this shit off? Because, hey, this is interesting shit to know. And Lewis wants to know, what's best, the AZ or the Prime 4 Plus? It's a fucking tough call. Let me tell you. I'll let you decide yourself. Prime 4 Plus now has stems. We have all the streaming services. You got 4 waveforms to look at. 4 channels with 4 waveforms. You have a boatload of goddamn effects. You have touchscreen effects. You got slicer. You got a sampler. You can run DMX lighted. You can run Philips Hue. Your nanoleaf lights. Shit, what else am I thinking here? You got the zone output to run like, a playlist on an extra channel. You're not that late, buddy. So feature-wise, a Prime 4 Plus has way more features than the XDJ-AZ. Considering this is brand new flagship AlphaTheta all-in-one, you know what? The Prime 4 Plus has more shit. You can do more streaming stuff, adjustable screen, daytime. You got day mode to inverse the screen color if you're doing day stuff. You got a whole shitload of inputs and outputs on it. You know, all pro stuff, XLR and stuff, right? Record out. It even has the Prime 4 Plus has a record out RCA, which this doesn't. Um, okay, and on the and you can put a hard drive into your Prime 4 Plus. So you can load it up like that. You have on the air updates when there's a firmware update. Shit. The list goes on. You know what I mean? The build quality, user replaceable crossfader. But jog wheels are not that good. You don't have a 3-band EQ on the master. I don't know. It's a tough one, man. Like for the price difference, you're right. What can I say about the AZ versus a Prime 4 Plus? Well, you know what? The screen is nice, even though, but you can see it right here. Check this out. You know, that waveform moving, that's only 30 frames a second. You can't see 4 at the same time. You can't change orientation of the waveform. But it is record box. It does work with Serato. It works with record box. No good reason why you'd want to run this thing with a computer, to be honest. It's a fucked up thing, man. I don't know what to tell you sometimes. Yeah, the Prime 4 Plus is better overall. Is a Casio? Can a Casio watch do more than a Rolex? Yep. Why is a Rolex so expensive? Why is it so popular? Who the fuck knows? Same thing with this stuff. Why does everybody want this? It's got to be the jog wheels. You know what I mean? The jog wheels, CDJ jog wheels are just feel good. The only person that's been able to do better jog wheels is the Rain Performer, and they're motorized. And like SC6000, like motorized jog wheels I prefer, but from just like a, you know, Pioneer DJ, still, for whatever reason, they got the best jog wheels on the planet. I don't know why. You know, pitch fader, it's not that special, to be honest. The Prime 4 feels better, you know. And the effects, you know, honestly, the effects sound, they're the best sounding effects that we have. So that's kind of it. Yeah, Lewis, the build quality of Prime 4 is actually a little bit better too, in some aspects. Prime 4 Plus, even though it's new, it's based on a Prime 4, which, you know, there's some things that the waveforms, they need to change the color of the waveforms. There's things that look a little dated. So Japan price, it's Canada about 400 including. You register the unit online as usual. So the advantage is that you bypass the taxes. So you didn't pay no GST, HST, but you're bringing something across. How did you not get dinged at the border? Like, would there not been import charges? Faisal wants to know, is it worth updating from the XZ to an AZ? It really depends. Do you need 4 decks? Do you really need to play 4 tracks at the same time? I would say no. You don't need to. Do you need access to streaming music? Do you want to have Beatport? Well, if you want Beatport, then yes. I would say maybe it's worth it. Do you want to have the A9 effects? Then yes. Do you want a bigger screen? Yes. So honestly, if you can at least sell your old one and get a few bucks out of it, Sure, buy a new one. It's not going to necessarily make you a better DJ. You might have a little bit more fun trying out some new shit. Might make your mix sound a little different. So it's had an AZ, sold to buy the A. You sold to buy the AZ, but you're thinking about the Prime 4. Okay, there's a good question from Lorenzo. Would I prefer 4 XDJ 1000 MK2s with a 900 Nexus 2 or the AZ? Tough call. Because you know what? If you had 4 XDJ 1000s, you got 4 platters, you could do some James Hype kind of bullshit if that's your thing. And that's okay. And once again, depends on what you're doing, right? That's a lot of shit to carry around. Takes up a lot of fucking space. This is an all-in-one. Me personally, let me tell you, I prefer not having to look at 4 separate screens because I wear progressive glasses. I have arthritis in my neck. I have some issues that I don't want to be having to jump back and forth looking between 4 fucking libraries. Having everything on one screen here works for me just fine. So to me, that's the biggest advantage, honest to God. I got this nice big display, and that's all I need to look at. Okay, I look at my certain displays for a couple things maybe, but my focus is right there. This is why I prefer this over my CDJ 3000s and my V10, because I just don't want to look back and forth between 2 screens. I want it all in front of me. Yeah, the screen on the XZ is a bit outdated looking. You know what? It works, but there's just other things you can, you've got your match and stuff. You got your playlists. What else is in here too? Um, there's just things about this I like. And if you, let me tell you, quality wise, it does not feel quality. It feels the same as this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to tell you, my A9 with my CDJ 3000s felt better quality than this. Not by much, but the faders and stuff, like, hey, you're not going to get CDJ 3000s and an A9. Don't believe that bullshit. It's not the same, but it's close enough. And the AZ will not fit in an XZ flight case. Nope. Should you upgrade from an RX3? I've never used an RX3, so I have no idea, to be honest. You know what? And this whole question is, should you buy one? The real truth of the matter is, you can have old DJ equipment and out DJ me any day of the fucking week, probably. What it comes down to is, you look at your old shit. Don't keep your shit beyond the point where you can't sell it. You either you keep it for fucking ever, or you keep it, you make some money with it, let's say, and you sell it at some point and you flip it off to someone else. Or maybe you're a kind fucking soul, you made a pile of money with your equipment and you decide to just give it away to someone. Right? Yes, I still have an Opus Quad here, Johnny. And it's a fucking tough call. I really fell in love with that Opus Quad. I wasn't expecting it. And there's lots of things I love about it, a couple things I don't. We don't have slip mode. That's not the biggest deal. I like having the pads. Like, I appreciate having the, slip mode, slip loop, beat jump, all this stuff. Gated hot cues. And the effects. I like the effects. I love the A9. Even though I sold it, I love the A9. I like the workflow. I like being able to put effects on certain frequencies only. You can't do that on an Opus Quad. You have this whole touchscreen thing with the XY shit. I'm not into it. It's okay. It's a novelty, but I wouldn't use that all the time. I like having the EQ on the master so I can turn the bass down a little bit at night. So yeah, it's a tough one, but I like the jog wheels better on the Opus Quad because they're not fingerprint magnets like this thing. But these are smoother. The other ones have that CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 ball bearing sound. You can set the Opus Quad to zone out deck 4, choose master, and gain 3-band master EQ, but have 3 decks missing. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, Johnny. Tim says if you're a club DJ, then the AZ is the way to go. I don't even believe that. You know what? Let me tell you something. Depending on what kind of club DJ you are, if you're super goddamn serious and you know you're really fucking good and you're going to be festival DJ, you're going to make money, just go buy 3000s in a V10 or an A9. Call it a day. Because here's the problem. You buy this and you know what? It's very similar to an A9 mixer. And yes, it might be similar to CDJs, but you're going to hop on a CDJ and it's going to feel like you're missing some shit. Because this can do more than a CDJ 3000. But you know, your workflow for the effects and stuff is going to be the same. So this is the important part. Having to look at 2 screens might make you feel a little bit odd. And Prime 4 Plus, yes, if you're a wedding DJ, get a Prime 4 Plus. As for the RX3, I have no idea. And you know what? They probably do their, when they say RX3 for a bedroom DJ, don't take such offense to that. We all know what that means. It's not really an insult. The truth is, you're never going to see an RX3 at a wedding. You're never going to see a fucking RX3 at the club. And you're not going to see one on a festival stage. I've been to a festival where someone actually did bring their RX3. And don't be that guy. Don't fucking travel around with your bullshit unit and plug it into their V10. Learn to use CDJ 3000s like everyone else. Don't make the tech have to do the extra goddamn work. So Carlos, you got too much money. Got a V10, 4 CDJ 3000s. I was down that road before. I sold 2 of them. It's a fucking waste of money. An RMX 1000, I got one. Backup is a 92 MK2 with Erica Scent delay effects unit. Occasionally, I'll just use 2 CDJs. Carlos, so what do you want to know? What's your question, buddy? Because I don't think I saw a question. I think I just saw you flex and how much shit you got. Is the XDJ compatible to 4 CDJs? Nope. Oh, sorry. Comparable to 4 CDJs in an A9 mixer. Not really, because, you know, dual layer is dual layer. You're not going to do James hype bullshit tricks on this thing using the dual layer. Like you could, but not really. This is like an A9 mixer enough to say it's close enough. And yeah, you got 4 decks. You can't see 4 waveforms at the same time. So me personally, I think 4-deck mixing, I've never been a fan of dual layer shit. And I think hooking up 2 CDJ 3000s to this unit is a complete goddamn waste because it's got no digital in. That's one thing. It's got no digital out. If you're, you know, plug it into a big system. And it looks stupid. 3000s on either side of this thing look kind of dumb. So, yeah, even though it's 4 decks, I'm still going to primarily mix 2 decks, and then maybe the other decks you can put in, some samples and shit. You can put some hot cue things and do some shit because you got gated hot cues now. Do you think between an XDJ-1000 MK2 sub versus AZ comes down to a CJ sub preference versus controller? Yeah, I think it's like I said earlier today, if you've used the DDJ 1000, if you use the God, I'm getting confused all these letters and shit. The what was it? The DDJ shit. I'm starting to lose my mind here. Bottom line, if you grew up using controllers with pads, and then you've used CDJs before, and you've used Serato, and you used all this shit, this is a nice combination that feels very familiar. Feels like some CDJs. It feels like I've got some pads, like a regular controller. I've got a big screen. It's kind of the best of everything. The weight between the Prime 4 Plus and the AZ in my hands, fuck, I don't know. You can go online and read the specs. Like, they're both heavy. But let me tell you, this is way bigger than the Prime 4 Plus. The Prime 4 Plus is far more manageable to pick up and move around than this. So, off the top of my head, I'm going to just think this is heavier. Prime 4 Plus weight. Okay, so Prime 4 Plus is 21.34 pounds. I'm in Canada. You can do your own conversion. Sorry. And the AZ is 29.7. So yeah, it's heavier. 21 pounds versus 29. And Johnny, here's the problem. If I got to start fucking around with zone outputs and all that other bullshit in order to get a master EQ, no thanks. It's too much fucking around for me. I don't need to go through all that bullshit. Because like currently right now, this system right now is running RCA out to a Harman Kardon receiver amp and running on some Mission speakers. Let me tell you guys, man, for home systems, I'm a sucker. I bought Pioneer DJM V70s. They sound incredible. They're fucking expensive. If you were to just look around on Facebook Marketplace, buy yourself, an old school amp for like 60, 70 bucks. You buy yourself a pair of Mission bookshelf speakers for around that price. And let me tell you, these things sound fucking incredible. They sound incredible. And the truth is, Johnny, I think if you're at an event, there's really no good need. If you got decent speakers, you don't need to EQ your shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of handy. Me, I like the EQ at home at night. I can just reach over and turn on the bass. Truth is, I'm going through this Harman Kardon where I got bass and treble controls on the amp. I can just turn shit down too. Oh, Tim, I'm not running. My Harman Kardon has no surround. This is old. When I'm saying old, I fucking old school, right? And if you come with your Reloop Mixture Pro, sorry, I just love stems, and CDJs are not made for them. Listen, you're still gonna plug your goddamn Mixture Pro into a professional mixer, so don't brag too much about your Mixture Pro. Anyways, I don't know if I've answered anyone's questions here at all. About like, should you buy? All right, a little fucking around here. What's going on, Liam? As soon as I start mixing, everyone drops in. Huh. Funny stuff. Shit, I didn't realize I got 50 people in here. Holy fuck. Yeah, that's the classic sleeve laser effect. Johnny knows. That's funny that I'm known for my the laser echo, I call it. This is a simple one. I don't know why more people don't do it. You could do this whole maybe that's a bad loop to do it on. Oh, let's get that echo in there. Fun times, man. And then you got the open it up a little bit here. Okay, enough fucking around here. No fucking around. The stability. Don't worry about the stability, man. They fixed it. Stability's good. It's been on all day. I've been fucking around, doing crazy shit, and solid as a rock. Ran it with Serato, no sweat. I haven't heard anybody say anything since the new firmware update. Smooth. So don't worry. Legacy of DJ's equipment. What's going on, buddy? Hey, something in case you don't know, by the way, with the AZ, that I gotta tell you, is you can quantize each deck separately just by holding shift and quantize. You see on your screen here, You can turn that quantize on and off per deck. Can you believe PJ didn't know this? Guy knows a lot of stuff, man. So I can't know everything. I didn't know this. It was me talking about the fact that the Opus Quad has 2 quantization buttons. And I thought, shit, man, that's a pretty cool feature. I wonder why you can't do that. And I guess you can. And maybe that even works on the XZ. I have no idea. Shift, quantize, and I turn quantize on the other deck. You know something else no one talks about with the Denon stuff? It's like a Patrick Mason set. It's pretty funny. You guys might not know this. I know people who use a Denon DJ gear and they don't know about this. That in your sync mode, you can set it to beat or to bar. So what's really interesting is you can actually set up the Denon DJ stuff. So when you hit play, it won't actually start playing. Like this one here, you can set quantization on. So when you hit it, it'll go on the beat. But with that one, you can set for 4. So for 4 beats, basically a bar. So there's no way you could ever screw up. It's always going to mix it on the 1. Even if you hit the play button on the 2 or the 3, it will wait and not engage until the 1. It's a hidden feature that nobody really talks about. And just recently, I kind of discovered it. And it does change things a lot. It's a weird thing that I wonder why AlphaTheta Pioneer DJ never thought about this. Don't know why no one's talking about that. Fun times. Fun times. Slip loop, man. It's fun. It really is. This is the shit. You cannot do this with a CDJ 3000. You can't do this with an Opus Quad. You just can't. Slip loop is fun times. Let me just get in here to the chat here for half a second. So just pinned my PayPal for anyone who doesn't know. If you don't know by now, I guess you haven't been around too long. Do me a favor, friends. If you find my content useful, you're learning something, I'm helping out, hit the like. That's a given. And if you want to help support the channel, Christmas spirit coming around, man. You guys are kind enough to hook me up with that nice watch. Yep. Where is that thing? See that? Trying to get it in there. So that was the birthday present from you guys. Now, like, Christmas is coming. I ordered today this unit that goes over top of my desk with some clamps and shit so I can mount the cameras above. Right now, I'm using a monopod going up with my Insta360 stick with like a little adjustable mount on this thing to keep my ZV-1 out. And strangely enough, this is working out pretty good, but I want to get this other mount. It's cost me like a couple $100. I want to mount the ZV-1. I want to mount the A7 IV, and maybe even mount the my new camera, the Pocket 3. Hook everything up and try to set my desk up so I can actually make it more useful. Right now, every time I do a video or something, I have to screw around with hooking up cameras. I don't just have everything hooked up ready to roll like the rest of the guys. And of course, keep in mind, most of these other DJ YouTube channel guys, they have like a dedicated space, a basement, a room, a something. I'm trying to run all this shit in like a 380-foot square bachelor apartment and try to make it look halfway normal. So when my girlfriend comes over, it doesn't seem like the DJLab. So any other questions about this thing that you guys want to ask, feel free to do so. What's the one thing I want to do with this? Oh, I will make a video at some point soon because I haven't seen anyone do it. I haven't seen anybody running a 1200 with this thing and check out the phono preamps. I'm sure they're probably good. And showing that you can record your old vinyl onto USB. That's a pretty useful feature right there, right? So that might be something worth doing one day is I'll do maybe just a live stream with the 1200 setup once I get like this new camera angle thing going so I can get it all in the same shot. And I'll just record some records. See how it goes. And the other thing I want to test, and it should work, I think, if I hook a CDJ-3000 up, I log in the beat port, and I'm playing through here, will it know if I have the ProLink engaged? Will it know that the CDJ-3000 is on beat port, and will this thing let me record? That's going to be another one. Obviously, if I don't engage ProLink, it's not going to know, and it's just going to be an input going in that's going to allow me to record. But that's a lot of nonsense to hook up two CDJ-3000s into it and use this just as a recording board. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Speaking of, the other thing I want to mention, because you guys might have seen the video with the it's not focusing. Jesus, why isn't it focusing? There we go. That's the DJI-2 mic for the Pocket 3. And I did a video where I showed the 3.5 plugged in to RCA to the record out. And I was using this to record and to the camera and everything else. But one of my viewers mentioned to me, this thing only does 50 hertz. 50 to 20,000. So when I listened back with earbuds and everything, the music I was playing, it sounded all right. But it's not the best solution in the world. If you're out at a club, you want to record your set, you want to move the camera around, this is a pretty good option, I gotta say. Apparently, it's, what's that other one? The Hollyland, the Lark, whatever, Max. They do 20 to 20,000. So that works out okay if I want to use my Sony camera. But I'm not going to buy another wireless mic setup. So that is interesting. So good question there. So you're saying if you're recording let's try that for a second. So if you're recording something, I'm going to keep my little echo in there for a second. Why is my record not working? There's something I'm missing here. So record the USB 1. You don't want the mic. What's going on here? I'm in my local library. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Wonder how come. Is there something that I'm missing here? Did I forget how to record on this thing? Sonic Link I can turn off because I don't need Sonic Link. Mic output to master record. Beat effects mic. Feedback reducer. Guess what? Record function is not available in Bluetooth is selected. So yeah, you can't use Bluetooth during master record. Well, that answers that. So yeah, you cannot be recording and turn Bluetooth on. And if you have Bluetooth on, you can't record. And I gotta say, I understand why they did that, but it's kind of a bit of a scam situation, I gotta say, because everyone just naturally assumes you're going to Bluetooth in and play a song, right? Like you're going to play it off YouTube or some shit. They didn't assume you might Bluetooth in your phone and use a sampler or use a synth or something. You know what I mean? There's a lot more you can do a Bluetooth in. Sorry, but then just playing some bullshit music off YouTube. And that's why I still personally think it's nice that you can record it internally to the unit, but having yourself old school, man. Old school digital recorder, SD card goes in. No rechargeable bullshit here. I put in like a couple of AA batteries, 3.5 the RCA, and call it a day. Call it a day. And of course, on the back of this unit, for instance, you only have XLR or RCA. There is no record out. And that's super simple. In my case, I'm using RCA. So what I'm actually doing, there's a couple things here. Because I'm running a stereo amplifier, like an old school thing, I can take RCA out of the tape record on the thing and plug into this. Or I don't even know where they are. I have RCA splitters. They're cheap. Just like Y splitters. 2 Y splitters. So that way there I can plug in and I can hijack a couple more RCAs to plug in and I could just go straight to the recorder. Johnny, you're pretty sure the Omnis Dual records Bluetooth? I don't know about that. At the moment, my the Omnis is like battery dead. What else is interesting? When this thing goes dead, you can't just plug in the power and turn it on. You gotta like let it charge up. My lie, it did turn on. So we're gonna test that right now. Yeah, it is interesting. The Omnis Dual handle Bluetooth different. Shout out to Lonzo there, by the way, for the Christmas gift, $20. I appreciate that, buddy. Okay, so I got my Omnis paired up here, and let's find some. I still pay for Deezer. I gotta cancel that shit because I never use it. Do I still have Deezer in here? Yes. Let's load up some Deezer and see if I can get something in here. That's funny. My phone must have made like a little noise of some sort, and the Omnis actually like created a waveform for it. Shit, I don't know which one of these accounts. Fucking fuck Deezer. That's gonna be too difficult. Let me just go straight up YouTube. And let's go look at techno. And guess what? You can't record Bluetooth on that thing either. It's like grayed out. Yeah, you can't do that. And on that's a good question because now I'm gonna pull out. Has anything got juice? Way too hard to pull out the Den and DJ Go and stuff. Too difficult. Prime 4 is not hooked up. Definitely will be doing some videos on that stuff because that is interesting. I never thought about that. One thing I gotta say that I miss, CDJ-3000, I like having the slip reverse on a toggle switch. Just feels nicer. And I think this is the quantization doing it. I gotta say, that's another interesting thing too. If you like using slip reverse with quantization turned on doesn't work like you would think it would. Doesn't work as good. Can you use any Bluetooth headphone or speaker on the AZ? No, you cannot. It does not have Bluetooth out. The Denon products have Bluetooth out. This does not. The only thing you can do is use the Sonic Link headphones. And I don't even know if I would want them, to be honest. I'd have to try. Here's the shit I would love to know. And maybe, I don't know if PJ's still kicking around or not. I would love to know why I can't use the Wave 8 speaker with this thing. Like, we have Sonic Link built in for the headphones, but we don't have Sonic Link built in for the speaker. It was kind of like even the Omnis Duo. It's really strange. It was like, it was made too soon. It's a battery powered system. For the amount of money that this thing costs, it should have had the Sonic Link transmitter built into it. That would have made so much more sense. That would have actually probably helped sell the Omnis Duo as this battery powered standalone system, and you buy the speaker. If I gotta take RCA cables and plug it in and have an external box, all of a sudden it's not as portable to me. I can't walk around with it. You know what I mean? Like, I'd have to Velcro it to the back or something, but it's not pretty. And yes, Bluetooth out on any other unit has a delay. It's not a big deal though, because if you're mixing in your headphones, it wouldn't even matter. Or you're looking at the screen and you're using sync and everything else, it'd be fine. You know what I mean? What else is kind of crazy? The filter. I wish the filter actually cut off completely. And it doesn't. I'm trying to remember if the A9 filter was a complete kill. I don't recall. Obviously, Lonzo, you've got an A9 mixer sitting there. You could tell me that one. Jog wheels feel great on this thing, though. And it's weird. Some people, if you got some OCD, keep in mind, these jog wheels are designed to have a little bit of play to them. So when you spin it, you see how it's looking a little like it's off centered, off balance or something, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Can you run two turntables making in an actual 4-deck mixer with 2 digital players? Sure, you got it. When you say 2 turntables, what do you mean? Do you mean like CDJs? Do you mean 1200s? So you want 2 vinyl, 2 digital, and mix everything together? Yes, absolutely. You put both of these things on phono, you plug in your turntables, and you've got your hybrid digital vinyl system completely. And honestly, yeah, that's probably the best way, like that would probably be one of the best ways you'd want to set this thing up. I would think. And and for some people, the other option I would say is maybe, 2 turntables on either side of this thing kind of make it a bit of a reach, right? It's a bit of a stretch. Having 1 turntable, here's how I think the most ideal situation you could do with this thing here. If you had 1 turntable and then you got yourself a DJS 1000 sampler for the other channel. And I know you got no send, but that's okay. You do my headphone trick. So you can take the headphone out, go into the input, and then your output obviously is running on the channel. You got your 1200 over here. You got the best of everything. You have the ability to sample from your digital. You got the ability to sample off your vinyl. You can mix all your stuff, run sequencers. You could do a bit of everything with that setup. It would not work with LC6000s because completely different company. Now, one thing you could do, that in theory should work, if you were to run this thing with Serato and hook up LC6000s, you should be able to run, in theory, I would think that you could run your LC6000s with this thing to have 4 platters with Serato. And the reason I think this should work is I had one of my best systems, man. It was so cool. NS7 II, and people didn't think it would work. And I made it work. It worked. Because I think it was me and PJ had this conversation about why can't we have 4 rotating platters? And it was just confusing, right? But I had the NS7 II with 2 Newmark V7 motorized platters sitting side by side. They were all running. I had 4 motorized platters with Serato, no sweat. I also had those V7s hooked up with the DJing-1000. So I had motorized on the ends, plus I had my decks. So yeah, just like you could, obviously, if you're going to run Serato with this unit, you could technically run Rain 12s if you want to do that. So the A9 is not a complete kill either. Interesting. I wonder why. I could have swore to God the 900 Nexus 2 was. Something was. I've had mixers that were kills. I think another thing I need to try to set up would be 2 1200s running with Phase DJ with this unit here. would be kind of cool. And I swear, the one limitation, though, is I still got to say, what's going on, Donald? Oh, so hey, I appreciate you sending the $10 through here as well too. So you got to set up. I didn't bite the bullet and get the AZ today. It took forever to transfer my files over, only for me to not like Rekordbox. I guess I'll stick to my Rev 7. So you're using your Rev 7 with Serato. You didn't buy the AZ. That's interesting. Low moral fiber. You got an NS4FX. I vaguely remember those things. Yeah, there's no settings for that filter. You got your ISO, your EQ. By the way, in case people don't remember, when you buy an AZ out of the box, I'm pretty sure the EQ is set for EQ. So you go into your mixer settings and you want to set it for ISO. I don't really know anybody that wants to ever do EQ. You always want to kill. Have I used Beatport Link? You mean like Beatport, right? Because that's Beatport right here. And when you say latency, do you mean like how long does it take to load a song up? Because right now I'm going over Wi-Fi and that was pretty quick, right? One downfall, I gotta say, I don't know why these guys can't do it. When I'm on Beatport, I want to be able to hit to go to my next track. And I can't. I always got to back up and go and load my track. With the Denon DJ products, you can go next track, next track, next track, next track, and keep feeding through. I still got to say, this is quick. I do think my Denon players are a little bit faster. Thanks for becoming a member, buddy. I don't think learning here's the thing about Rekordbox. If you're going to use Rekordbox, you're only using it to export your shit on a standalone player. I see no good reason to buy an AZ and hook it up to a computer and do that shit. Absolutely no reason. I guess as a backup, like, I don't know. I can't picture a situation where for the price, let me just say, for the cost of this system here, you can buy yourself a pretty goddamn nice MacBook Pro or a Mac Mini M4, get yourself a nice monitor, and go buy a DDJ Flex 10. Go buy yourself a Rain Performer. I mean, there's so many good options for controllers to work with a computer. To buy a standalone and then hook it up with a computer, and you're missing half the shit. You can't run any of the effects of Serato on this thing. Nothing. So what's the point? And Ronan, it's simple. You can't decide between the Prime 4 and the XZ. XZ is old, number one. The AZ is the new one, obviously. What kind of DJ are you? To me, it's super simple. If you are corporate, wedding, bar mitzvah. You're doing, as I say, you're a working DJ making actual money. Because maybe it's just me, maybe it's because I'm in Toronto. Every club DJ I know that's doing clubs, they're not making full-time money. They're making shit money. They're DJing once, twice a week. They're not DJing 7 days a week. Some bar DJs maybe DJ a bit more often. You know, I had a couple of gigs before where I was making pretty good money. And even at those gigs there, I was using virtual DJ. I was using a DDJ-1000, SX2s. I was using shit like that. Yeah, the fader start. So I still believe if you're doing open format, you're doing weddings, you're doing all that shit, it's a no-brainer to me. Prime 4 Plus all day long. It has way more features, way more access to streaming music. Beat Source, for instance. Does that Beat Source in it? No. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's got Beat Source. I can't remember now. But it pretty much has everything. It's got stems. It's got zone out. Built in, you know, you can slam an SSD drive into this thing to load up your music as well too. It's just better. Run your lights, do all your shit. And if you're house techno kind of DJ, you're DJing at home, you're fucking around, you want to go spin in the club once in a while, you're doing online streaming, especially, okay, this is the good one. You do an online streaming shit. This one here, you can plug USB, USB-C to USB-C straight into your Mac, OBS. You see it. No fucking around, no external sound cards, none of that bullshit. That's a complete bonus. You can't do it with the Prime 4 Plus. So yeah, casual, doing online shit in your club once in a while. You want to be James Hype? Buy this thing. Don't even fuck around with the XZ. It's old. You're going to buy an XZ, and after about 3-4 months of using it, and you're watching all the YouTube videos of people using an AZ, you're going to regret the decision and be like, fuck, I want the AZ. And then you're going to burn your money. So you better to spend more now and say fuck it and get the new one. And then a Mac Mini with a 17-inch touchscreen. So I have a 16-inch touchscreen on my Mac Mini, and it's okay, but it's Macs. You can't do multi-touch. The touch only works like your trackpad would work. Keep this in mind. So truth is, if you want to have a touchscreen, a real touchscreen experience, you're better off to buy a little small, one of those little tiny form factor PCs with some real power behind it. The AZ, the Opus, or the Prime 4. Like, okay, if you're going to be open format, you're doing the weddings and shit, all of a sudden it gets a little harder because Opus Quad, I would say, is a way bigger contender for wedding DJs and shit like that. So, to me, Prime 4 Plus Opus Quad, that's where the decision really becomes harder. And obviously, money-wise, the Prime 4 Plus still brings more to the table for value. Sorry, Donald. I don't mean to kill your dream, buddy. And this is why I do all this shit so you guys don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, I spent the money. I bought the touchscreen monitor, and I use it. You know what I mean? Like, I like it with DJ Pro. But I still need to have some controllers. It's you can't like turn a filter and a crossfader at the same time. You know what I mean? That you don't have that kind of control. Now on a PC you do. On a PC, you could literally hit the crossfader on the screen while you're, you know, moving the bass. You want me to play some hairstyle? I guess you meant hardstyle, is what you really were looking for, right? You know what? Hard dance, hardcore, neo rave. I don't think they actually have hard style. I don't even know what the hell hard style is. Acid Asian. What is this?
I want you to stop and listen. Listen to the fat bass. It'll show you're alive. And listen to this fat bass that will send the blood coursing through your veins.
All right, a little bit of fun there. I don't usually mix that kind of stuff, but you know what? That's not so bad. 155 BPM. I can groove with that. That's the one thing I love about Beatport. You can just pull in, grab some shit that you don't know fuck all about, and just play. You can just play. Hard techno. What the fuck is hard techno? That's why I say I think I can DJ pretty much anything. It's like when you're a really good chef. You could cook pretty much anything, right? It says there is no doubt why there are so few listening or seeing this. What are you saying? Two ducks? What are you getting at? Did I like misinterpret that whole thing? Because I'd fucking really hate to think that somebody came in here and you're just talking shit. Because it's not the season for that. You know why we got such a small amount of people in here? It's the algorithm, man. You guys don't hit the like button. You don't share my shit out in your social medias and stuff like that. That's why. Not because of what I play or what I do. It's got nothing to do with that shit. It's just some algorithm. Maybe my title wasn't SEO optimized, my description. Who the fuck knows? Personally, I don't give a shit. I'm not here for a million people. I'm here for the small little community that we have. I don't give a fuck. Because, like, look at, give you a great example. Look at Phil Harris. Phil Harris has this huge fucking channel. It's fucking huge. And this guy's got the fucking shittiest videos. He's got the shittiest tips and secret things that are not secret at all. Just a bunch of fucking clickbait. Pure fucking clickbait. And you know what? Because he makes such bullshit clickbait fucking shorts and videos all the time, and he probably spends a pile of money to fucking push them, which I don't spend any money. And then you got people like me that go on there and say, hey, dude, that's fucking clickbait. That's bullshit. But because I comment in there, it adds to the fucking algorithm. The algorithm doesn't give a shit what you say. So 90% of the guy's comments are people saying he's fucked. Yeah, he's like the redhead ginger guy that wears the big bullshit hats and fucking safety vests, and he does some stupid shit, but he's a fucking genius because his channel is humongous and he's probably making some money because he does stupid shit. Me, I'm the fucking idiot buying all my gear and not making any money. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Huh. So you found me by Googling some shit. How about that? Always nice to see a new subscriber come in. Welcome to the party. I'm the guy that just says it how it is. And quite often, I come across shit because I fuck around with this stuff enough that I will have the answer when no one else does, because not saying everyone, but there's a lot of YouTube DJ review guys that are not much better than a fucking commercial for these companies. No, the company literally, it's a marketing company that deals with all the YouTube guys, and they're the ones sending shit out. So it is part of marketing, right? Which is fine. And I know a few of the guys, and they're honest about their shit. They're not, making stuff up. But everyone says the same thing. You know, they give their opinions based on the kind of DJs that they are. And that's all good and dandy, but they have the equipment for like a week, 2 weeks. Maybe if they're lucky, they have it for a month. Me, on the other hand, I 90% of the shit you see me do, I've bought the equipment, I've had it for a long period of time, and I really get a chance to fuck with it. I'm not out DJing parties and doing that shit. I'm just sitting around at home fucking with the equipment, experimenting, trying things out. And I give a different perspective to all this shit than a lot of the other guys do. Because I don't give a fuck. You know, it's as simple as that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if any of these companies dislike me, if I say something that offends them. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say the truth about shit. Me and the AZ started off with a rocky relationship because when I got my first one, it was hanging up freezing like mad. I had to send it back, get my money back, and they expedited the restock to make sure, you know, they were good to me, took care of me, and I rebought it. I almost wasn't going to. And I don't really want commission. Like, I do have an affiliate that I just started with Zounds, but I still got to set things up. It's set up, and I don't know why. There's a bunch of links I'm trying to get that aren't working properly. So I will make a little something on that when I start doing Zounds, and I do the Amazon thing as well too. Is there a difference between the AZ and the RX3? I've never used an RX3, man. I've like literally saw one for 5 minutes in person, didn't even touch it. So RX3 cannot do key changes. I guess, you know, this whole key shift thing, it's not anything I'm ever going to do. So maybe one day I'll see if, because enough people ask me about the RX3. I should ask these guys to loan me an RX3 to try it out. But right now, currently, I've got a Flex 2 on loan, the Omnis Dual, the Wave 8, and the Opus Quad. So at some point, I'm going to have to give some stuff back to get some different stuff, right? I still haven't made any videos on the Flex 2, which is such a shame. Flex 2 is a really cool system. And you know, Christmas is like around the corner. I should have had these videos out like today. I think tomorrow when I get my new stand for the desk and I set the cameras, that I'll take some shit off the desk, set up the Flex 2, and start doing a few videos. Is the RX3 still worth buying? Once again, dude, I have no idea. Never tried it. And the Opus Quad has some hidden secrets. I don't know if there's any real secrets to it, to be honest. And the Newmark Mixstream Pro Go portable controller. Yes or no? Good or bad? What controller would? And I would say, I had a Mixstream Pro Go here. I owned one, and then my buddy really liked it, so I sold it to him instead. And it's a good unit, man. The speakers sound really good in it. Now you got stems on it as well too. Like, that's a good bang for the buck. It really is. What controller would you recommend? Not too high end, but definitely not cheaper. You depend on controller wise. You want standalone, or do you want Serato, Record Box, Virtual DJ? It kind of depends. Shades on the beat. You keep asking if the RX3 is still worth buying. Guess what, dude? This is the AlphaTheta XDJ-AZ Should you buy one? Stream. I've said it 4 times at least now. I have no fucking clue. I've never used one. The other guys on the channel, if you want to give your feedback, if anyone has an RX3, you want to throw your 2 cents in for this guy, feel free to do so. But I haven't a fucking clue. And here's my thoughts on shit. Debating on getting this or CDJ-3000s, Richard. Let me tell you, I'm going to sell my 3000s and my V10 because I have this, if that helps you make a decision. Once again, depends what you're doing. I gave DJ Lonzo the advice because he was going to buy the AZ. And he already had 3000s. And I'm like, don't buy this shit and add your 3000s to it. Just buy an A9. If you're just at home, you're doing small gigs and shit, you play once in a while in the club, sure, this'll do. CDJ-3000s, I think, are at the end of their lifespan. Well, their whole life cycle. I think within at least the next couple of years, if not the next year, they're going to be replaced by something. And the next generation of CDJs, the only thing these guys can do, if you think about it logically, the only thing you could do to make a CDJ better is to copy Denon and what they already did with their SC6000. Add pads. Just add pads to it. Give me the beat jump functionality. Give me what this has a little bit. This unit, at the end of the day, can do more than a CDJ-3000 can do with an A9 mixer. Just saying. You got 4 decks, dual layer, 1 screen. I think, you know, it's a flex thing. It's a bit of a flex to have CDJ-3000s and shit. If you're not renting the stuff out, you're not spinning in clubs and festivals all the time, making the money back, there's fucking no good reason. There's no good reason to have 3000s and a V10 at home. I had 4 3000s and the V10 and the A9 and all this shit. It's bullshit. Holy fuck, shades on the beat. You are so fucking hung up on the RX3. Let me tell you, hop on YouTube, do a search. I'm sure there's a million motherfuckers that have done a review on the RX3. You know why I haven't done a review on the RX3? Because I'm not in the habit of reviewing old shit. You know, like when everybody was DJing on the RX3, I was DJing on CDJ-3000s. You know what I mean? So I can't, you know, it's not like I just started getting shit loaned to me from Pioneer. Literally just. Everything else I had to buy. And I'm not making that kind of money. Like, you ask a lot of questions here, Shades, but guess what? I've never once seen a donation on the PayPal from you. I haven't seen a super chat. I haven't seen nothing. So, another one of these guys that wants to come eat for free. And that's great. Eat while you can. Pick my brain while you can. January 1st, the DJLab is going members only, exclusive. Fuck it. We're not going to have all these riffraff coming in asking random shit. You will pay your dues of $2 a month. I think we're going to do $2. I might even do 5. And we're going to have member exclusive things. There's still going to be a review or 2 for free. And I'll do some YouTube shorts showing the trick. And if you want to know how to do the trick, the video on teaching you how to do what I show you is going to be a members only video, right? Yeah, get yourself that portable Newmark. You'll love it. Yeah, Ronan, you're hey, and I hope anyone who's watching for free at this point, I honestly hope that come January, when you see everything's members only, that you're willing to spend a couple of bucks. Shades on the beat. You asked that ages ago. When did you ask? When did you ask about this RX3 thing? Like, I'm an old man. I got a fucking bad memory. Must be a delay in the stream. I don't know how much of a delay that is because I've seen it you ask a number of times. Yeah, Richard, get yourself an AZ. And hey, if you're going to buy one, the only thing I ask that you do is depending where you live, are you in the States? Are you over in Europe somewhere? Because if you're in the States, I can send you a link where I can make a couple of bucks on the deal. Helps the channel out. Exactly. See, Ronan's got the right idea. It shouldn't be a big ask. Here's how I'm seeing things. My channel right now gets 150,000 views a month. Small potatoes. You know what I mean? See, how nice is that? $2 right there. Just get on with the live. But you're arguing with the chat. Jesus' name. I'm not arguing with the chat, man. I'm here answering people's questions. What's going on, Ferns? Yeah, the Omnis Dual is a loaner, by the way, as well, too. So yeah, no one's arguing with anyone over here, Jesus. Get on with the live. What do you want to know? What's the live? What are you expecting here? The whole thing is, should you buy this? That's what we're talking about here. So if you have a direct question about it, feel free to ask. That's why I'm here. Let's not get into a big argument here on the channel. We're all friends here. So I'm not here to do a mix. I'm not here to demonstrate anything particular. If someone's got a question, you know, like someone said, can you play some hard style? Sure. I threw some shit on. Do a quick little mix, show off some tricks. I'm telling people, you know, all the different things you can do. Like, did you know this? I'm sure you guys know this. I'm going to show you something just in case you don't know. We're going to put it on the roll effect. We're going to go to 8. Select the channel you want to do. Watch this. See, I just sampled that loop and moved it over to channel 4. And then on channel 3, I could do this. Or I can put it on master. Free up all my channels, and I've got that loop on the master. Some good techniques for transitioning. Okay. Let me show you something here. This is kind of one of my favorites. Let's find some funky house here. Actually, no. I got something better here. And Jesus, I'm hoping that, you know, you see that PayPal link and you're going to throw a couple of bucks my way for this demonstration as you're asking how to do some things here. Something going. Slip reverse. Actually, you gotta do it with something that's got some bass. Let me find something else here. Do it on the drop like we should. Then check this one out. Echo. 3/4 echo. Filter all the way up. I had it on the master by mistake.
Yes, bitch. Born to stress, bitch. Hungry for more with his rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Born to stress, bitch. Hungry for more with his rest, bitch. Yes, bitch. Yes, bitch. Born to stress, bitch. Hungry for more.
Okay, I guess that gives you something. I don't know. Just fucking around, man. You know, like, and that's the best part. It's not that I'm some incredible DJ. It's because I own the equipment and I just like to play around. I was a kid that when I was little, man, I was doing stupid shit. I was taking speakers with a nail and a piece of wood and a piece of metal and make like a Morse code thing and fucking around like that and cutting up tapes and tape them back together and just trying things out. I wouldn't say I'm Steve Hype, but so yeah, that's the whole point. Like, you know, you have to own this shit and just fucking experiment around and you'll find your own thing. Don't be watching James Hype and trying to imitate what that guy does. There's so many guys out there trying to imitate what this guy does. And it's cool, but the problem is no matter how good you get at it, anyone who sees you, the first fucking words out of their mouth is going to be, boy, that's just like James Hype. Is that such a bad thing? Not really, but don't you want to have your own sound? Yes, Newark Mixstream Pro is very beginner friendly. Thanks, Marcus. Someone else sent me a couple of bucks there. From Austria. Cool. Nice to see people donate a couple of bucks. Doesn't hurt, man. I'm literally, whatever you think you've donated to the channel, I've literally spent way more than that on the channel. You know what I mean? Like cameras, this camera, just in cameras alone, ZV-1F cost me 600 Canadian. And then I bought the AS7 IV, which cost me, let's after lenses and shit, there's another $4,000. Then another $1,000 for the DJI Pocket 3. That's just 3 cameras. Microphones, $600 on a mic. I'm going to be buying this overhead rig to mount the cameras tomorrow. It's coming through Amazon. That was $200 with a couple attachments that I needed. So donations really help the channel. They don't pay for anything. They help. Just keep that in mind. No one's buying me anything around here. They're literally pitching in a little bit, and you're getting a lot more value out of what you put into the channel. What's going on, Mix Factory? And I always forget, Mix Factory, fuck, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not buy me the microphone stand? I can't remember who it was. I thought it was you. Because to this day, I still use this mic stand, if it was you that bought it or whoever the hell bought it for me. I almost need to start writing shit down. And how long have I been on this goddamn stream now? Here's the other problem. I've been on this stream for an hour and 48 minutes, so almost 2 hours. And my buddy Lonzo sends me $20. We get another $2.50 from the other guy there. And we've had 550 views, 31 viewers right now, 29 likes. But that's the fucked up part, man. Out of the 553 views, if literally 50 people had sent $2 each, it would have been worth my time. You know what I mean? And this is why I didn't want to have to make this channel fucking private, a members only channel. But this is why I have to, because only a couple of people and the best way to connect with me to get assistance, literally email DJLab Toronto@gmail.com. But keep in mind, my time is valuable, man. If somebody really needs help with something, I don't mind helping people. I do it all the time. But fucking help me help you. You know what I mean? Like, you send a couple bucks my way, I'm more than happy. Ronan, you receive? Did I receive? Donald, you your second like to hit that. That's good. Yeah, Ronan, I got the money. Thanks, buddy. See? $3, man. I've had some people send 100. I've had people send 50, 20, 2, 3. And I've always said, I would much rather have 100 people send $1 than have 1% send 100, because that means there's 99 people watching that are just fucking moochers. Nobody likes someone that's mooching. I mean, like, we're all here I dropped with my discount. I got a 20% discount on this unit because of the store where I worked. And still, $4,000 on my line of credit at 8.4% interest. Great interest rate right now here in Canada on my line of credit. But I'm transparent. I'm the most transparent channel you're going to come across. I'll tell you what I paid. I'm in debt right now for this fucking thing. My YouTube channel makes about $500 to $700 a month Canadian. You know how long it's going to take just to pay this fucking thing off? Never mind the rest of the gear. This is why we got to go private. That's why we need members only. This is why I rely on donations. This is all the shit I need. $4,000 Canadian right here in debt. Not because I needed it. I've got CDJ 3000s. I got the V10, SC 6000s. I got the Euphonia. I got an S11 1200s, fucking Performer, Prime 4 Plus. I have everything here. I bought the motherfucker so I can make videos for you guys. Not for me. I don't give a shit about it, to be honest. It's nice, but I sure in the fuck didn't need it. I'm not DJing out anywhere. You know what I mean? I spend my money so I can help out all you guys. So for me to ask for a couple of bucks from everybody is not a big deal. And like here in the stream, we're seeing some people have hooked up and some people haven't. And I'm telling you, come January 1st, it's not going to be an ask anymore. Won't need to ask. It's going to be a straight out simple, you either pay and you're in, or you don't pay and you can go watch fucking, you know, the rest of the guys. Go watch Phil. Go watch the Phils. No, stop by Cleveland Terry. Cleveland Terry's got a great stream, man. He's got great information. See how quickly he can answer your shit. Yeah, I'm totally going to go private. But you know, shades on the beat. We'll see. January 1st, we'll see if you're still in the chat, if you're willing to spend the money to be a member. Because here's my point. If you're not willing to spend the money now, then that means you're not willing to spend the goddamn money come January. And that's fine. I'd rather do a video for 10 people that gave me money than for 1,000 people that gave me nothing. Simple as that. Let's do a little fucking mixing, shall we?
It's time for the percolator. 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 It's time for the It's time for the It's time for the It's time for the percolator. 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 It's time for the percolator percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Hey, shout out to Shades on the Beat. You want to save your money? That's nice. Guess what? If you can't afford $2, or you don't feel I'm worthy of your $2, buddy, then guess what? You got fucking nothing to say on the channel. Nothing. I just hid you from the channel. You can see everything that's going on, but you got no voice to say shit. I don't need to clog up the chat with your bullshit. At least the other people who don't want to pay just shut their mouths and stay quiet. But when you announce that you're going to save your money, you better save your money, dude, because you're not fucking welcome here anymore. Go watch Cleveland Terry. He's a good guy.
Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My back, my neck, my back. Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My back, my neck, my back. Do it.
If you're not here to support the channel, you know where the fucking door is.
Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My back, my neck, my back. Do it now, lick it good, suck this just like you should. My back, my neck, my back.
And I might get the copyright thing for it.
Someone told me sex sells, but only if you do it well. Someone told me sex sells, but only if you do it well. Someone told me sex sells, but only if you do it well. Someone told me sex sells, but only if you do it well.
I would say it's worth the wait. What else you gonna do, right? Shit, didn't realize the mic was still picking up probably too. That's a shame. Whatever, man. I've been on here now for 2 hours. It's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for everyone who stuck around and chatted and discussed and things. At the end of the day, should you buy this? That's up to you. Do what you want to do. Who am I to tell you anything? Personally, I don't give a shit if you buy it or you don't. I get nothing. Absolutely nothing. I've got one. I like mine. Should you upgrade? Hey man, you only live once. Spend your goddamn money. What you saving it for? Don't be walking around wondering like, oh, maybe I should have. Fuck it. I just buy what I want. Whether I can afford it or not, who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. As long as I can afford to feed myself, I got my rent covered, whatever, you know what I mean? Fuck it. So I went into a little bit of debt. So what? Anyone who dies with money in the bank is a complete idiot. You should die with debt. Glad to have met you, Ronan. Thanks for coming into the channel. Got lots of friends over in the UK. It's quite the UK channel. Even though I'm here in downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The 51st state? Not yet, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen around here. Okay, I'm going to roll. I'm sure I'll probably, what the hell's today? Fuck, I don't even know the date. Don't even know what day it is. Is it Tuesday? Fuck, it's Wednesday. It's already Thursday. Jesus Christ. Magic Man, thanks for the couple of bucks there, buddy. I appreciate that. Anyone else who wants to shoot a couple dollars my way, feel free to do so. It is Christmas after all. And yeah, we'll see you all. Now I know tomorrow's Thursday. I guess we'll see you tomorrow. But I got a lot of shit to do. So we'll talk to you soon.